I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryan.
And welcome
to Tailgate.
And today we are going to be smoking some pork belly. We're going to be doing a 5-spice rub on that. Ryan's going to go ahead and start taking care of this pork belly while I talk to you guys about the 5-spice that we're going to be putting on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, y'all, welcome to the Tailgate. On FoodtokTV, we do live cooking shows on the daily, and this is our Saturday show, the Tailgate. So thank you for joining in. Be sure you are commenting, tapping, letting us know. We're going to be responding to questions, so be sure you ask them. So we do have 2 pork bellies here. We have 2 pork bellies because we were actually thinking that we were going to do some TV magic and like kind of smoke one or like show you to the start and then, you know, have one already made. Didn't happen. It
was a great excuse to buy 2 pork bellies.
Exactly. It really was.
So I'm not upset either way.
Yeah, none of us are upset by this.
We are not upset about this. Not at all. And I have 2 pork bellies. So we were entertaining. Man, so many people are doing so many things with pork bellies here. They're doing like crispy skin. They're doing this. They're dry browning it for like a whole week. They're doing all kinds of stuff with the pork belly. But, you know, we're just going to do the thing we normally do with the pork belly, which is pork belly burnt ends.
Which y'all let us know if you can hear us. Please let us know if you can hear us. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm talking to the camera instead of talking to my mic.
We have our mics. Yeah. We're still
boom. But mic
training.
Yeah, we are definitely training.
Oh, you know what? I don't even think they're on.
Mine is on. I turned it on. But you can double check it though.
Okay, now mine's on. Okay. Oh wow, that was the problem then. Mine was not on. So I was doing all this talking and y'all could not hear me. Okay. I am usually the one good at technical.
I know, right? Hi, I'm Taylor.
And I'm Ryan.
And welcome to the Tailgate.
Today we are working on a pork belly. Ryan is working on preparing it because we're going to be smoking it. I'm going to be doing a Chinese 5-spice. We have all the spices separate. Ignore the pecans. Those are going to be for the shaved fennel salad that we make later. That's going to go with this. And we will also be doing some like stir-fry veg to go with this. We're thinking once we get this on the smoker, it will be about 1.5 hours, 2 hours with that. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got the smoker rolling a little high today. We're probably about 325 degrees. Thank you, dear. And we have 2 pork bellies, or it may even be 1 belly, but from, I don't know.
Alice, how are you?
I don't know if it's 1 belly cut into 2, or if it's 2 porks cut into 1. I don't know how that works. I don't question. But my butcher gives me pork belly, and when my butcher gives me pork belly, I'm generally pretty happy. So. Right.
Oh yeah, no, we love going specifically to our Asian market specifically for pork belly because our local grocery store doesn't carry it. Depending on where you are, they may carry it, but ours doesn't. Our Asian market does.
Yes.
And so of course we wanted to go with a little bit of an Asian theme here, so we're going with the 5-spice here.
These are nice and cold, and they're kind of easier to handle when they're like that. I'm going to be taking the skin off of these. We're not doing the fancy skin stuff. We didn't dry brine them. Yeah, we're not doing the fancy skin stuff today. We didn't dry brine them for weeks. We didn't dry brine them overnight. We're not going to puff it up. We ain't going to make it crispy.
But which I need to get back.
Going to, would you also hand me a knife so I can get right into this?
Oh, yes. Which,
because I don't want to reach into the knife
because we were also talking about, since we have 2 of these, was it these 2 knives you were going to do?
It's those 2 knives.
So he has 2 different knives and couldn't decide, but since there's 2 pork bellies, he's going to be able to,
I'm going to try skinning with 2 different knives.
Yeah, seeing which one is the better one.
Yeah, I want to see, I want to experiment here. So we got this, man, look at that. This is a plump, meaty one right there, and that's really like what I want to see when I get it. I'm a meaty bacon. You might be more of a fatty bacon guy, but there's enough fat in here to get me through. I want some meat. I want to see that meat. But in this case, I don't want to see the skin. We are going to be removing the skin. I think Taylor's probably getting us a freezer bag because we're going to be taking these skins and we're going to be reserving them inside the freezer for later on when we'll be making, I think around when game time starts, we're going to make some pork rinds for you guys, and that's going to be really fun. Because with the pigs, you can, you can eat everything but the oink.
The oink.
Yeah, you can eat everything but the oink. And so we can eat these skins, and we'll be making them into pork rinds for you later.
Yeah, not today because that is going to be a bit of an extensive process, and I would love. I went all sorts of searching in there to see like how possible this would be as far as, you know, making pork rinds, or if we were going to do cracklins or something. But what we decided we're going to do is we're going to get the skin and we're going to save the skin. So that way we can freeze it. And so when we do this a couple more times, we'll just have a ton. Because, you know, may as well do it all in one batch because it is a bit of an extensive process. When you are, so the difference between pork rinds and cracklins, does anyone know the difference between the two?
I do.
Of course, because we just talked about it.
Well, I mean, I knew that before, though.
Right, right. I have this box here that we can throw the skins into.
We're gonna collect skins like cereal unalivers.
Oh, Ryan, how do I turn this on?
That's a good. You open that gas bottle all the way up, like from the not that.
Yeah, you know what? I'll wait for you.
That's close. No, you can do it. Like there's no like the valve on the bottle itself. Yeah, that. Open that. Lucy. Yeah, Lucy opening. It's righty, closey, Lucy opening.
Oh, okay, and then I need a light.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will have to light it. Yep. You could do it with a torch. So you could also light it with that torch.
Oh.
There, so you don't have to stick your fingers in there.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
So we do have this little thing out here.
You're gonna have to open the valve though. So you open that all the way to the end stop.
Yeah. Okay.
The propane tank. You open the tank all the way to the end stop. That you're closing it now. Lefty. Yeah. Lefty opening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the way?
All the way to the end stop. And then you're going to righty opening on the red valve. I know that's kind of wild. It's a diaphragm.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, not all the way though, because that's a lot. You hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so just a little bit, enough to light it.
Okay.
And then
yeah, so if you want to step away so I can
it
light
with
it.
the torch. Yeah, I do want to step away for this.
Oh yeah.
You got it?
I think so.
You want to move the pan off of it?
Yeah,
so
like I feel like if I
think you got to go a little more opening. You don't have to torch
I don't have to torch the actual equipment.
You don't have to torch it like that. Maybe a little more opening.
Oh yeah, open the actual thing. See, this is fun learning how to do things without you like physically doing it.
That one's righty opening.
I love this. And you know, I am very much so a hands-on learner. Like if you were to tell me how to do this and I wouldn't actually be doing it, I would never learn.
I think it's on because I see heat waves.
Okay, yeah, I definitely see heat waves.
Heat
there we go. Oh yeah, that's on. It's on. It's on. Okay, yeah, y'all, welcome to Food Talk TV, where we do live cooking shows on the daily.
It's on and popping.
Today we're playing with fire. We are doing this pork belly right here. We were just getting the skillet started because I'm making some Chinese 5-spice from scratch.
Yep.
Technically 6-spice.
I'm collecting pork skins like a cereal unaliver over here.
I don't know how many people find you funny with that.
I don't care. That's what I'm doing. Like I don't.
Hey Babs, how are ya?
Hey Babsy. Babsy finds me funny, don't you, Babsy?
And Rick is here. Hello, hello.
Babsy got my back. I know she does.
I'm gonna reduce this heat on here because that is hot.
I have a weird hair that's like right up in my eyeball. You see it? Oh, thank you for coddling me.
Oh.
It's my handler.
So while he's doing on that, I will also be toasting the spices.
So we're gonna be, and if you haven't skint a pork belly before, you know, you're gonna start at one corner. You're gonna get up under there. That's your skin. You know, here's your fat layer, and we're gonna be separating that skin from that fat layer. And since we're gonna be using this to make pork rinds later, not cracklins, not chicharrones, but pork rinds, the big puffy ones. Not later today, but later on. Since we're gonna be using them for that, we want to leave as little fat on the bottom side of this skin as possible because we're gonna, you know, be boiling them and scraping the fat off of them and all that, and then dehydrating them. It's a whole thing. It's a whole process, and we'll walk you through all that later. Yeah. But right now, we want to leave as little fat as we can on it. So we're gonna separate that skin from that fat layer, and I'm gonna take, once I get enough to get a hold of this darn thing. You want to kind of angle your knife up a little bit.
Hey, Dad, how are you?
Ooh, it's blinding me because the sun's out over here. You know, no surprise. It's day. But you want to angle your knife up just a little bit, and you almost want to be. This thing's tough. Pig skin. This is tougher than pig skin. They say that for a reason, and it's tough. You know, football, we associate football with. Speaking of football, it's coming up soon.
Yeah, because we are the tailgate.
And when we have football, we're going to be grilling some pig skins. If we could, I know if Taylor could, like, not grilling some pig, we're going to be frying some pig skins. And I know if Taylor could fry them up into little footballs, she probably would. And if she can find a way, she will.
This pan is hot.
Yeah.
This got fragrant quick.
You can close that valve a little bit to make it
I did a second ago, but it would definitely got toasted.
It is, and you know, this is a camp stove, so it's, you know, most of you probably aren't toasting spices out at camp.
Yeah.
This one time at Spice Camp.
One time at Spice Camp. So y'all, so he's just getting the skin, and then we're gonna dice it up. I am preparing a, oh no, my Szechuan peppercorn. No!
Preparing to get more Szechuan peppercorn.
Yeah, preparing to get more Szechuan peppercorn. I am making the Chinese 5-spice, so I am toasting my spices as we're doing that. So once the skin is cut and cut into cubes, we're gonna be rubbing the pork with that. Then it'll hit the smoker. We'll start a Chinese barbecue sauce. There's also some veggie stir fry we are doing along with a fennel salad we're doing. So I'm going to get more Szechuan peppercorns because I have so many things I want to explain. I want to explain the Szechuan peppercorns. I want to explain the difference between crackling and...
We want to explain everything to you.
I want to explain everything.
And over here, I want to explain skinning this whole pork belly for you. And so in doing that, man, that thing is really freaking hot. I kind of liked it further away over here where I originally had it, but that was not going to be good enough for filming, so now I'm dealing with it. But yeah, so in skinning this, we kind of want to tilt our knife up at that kind of weird angle because we're trying to separate this skin from the fat. And like I was telling them, that thing is really hot and it's like right up here in my business. So,
oh yeah, let's
the further I could move around away from that,
let's actually pause
the better.
I can actually turn it off.
Yeah, we're not going to pause it. Well, we're not going to pause the live, but we're
gonna, not pause the live, but pause this action.
Yeah, this action.
Yeah.
You don't have to turn it off to move it, but I just need it like not all up in my business.
I'm turning it off because it's plenty hot enough to finish toasting.
Oh yeah, that skillet. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so I'm just going to turn everything off, and so that way you're not exuding any more heat. But this is already plenty toasty, and I started with my larger spices first because they do take longer. I don't like to throw all my spices in there and toast them all at the same time, especially with different temperatures and different sizes of these. And we'll talk more about the 5-spice as I'm processing it too. I know he's working on the processing on that. Yeah.
We're just trying to process all this.
The difference between pork rinds and pork cracklins, right? So part of the difference is going to be the amount of fat left over because cracklins, they often leave the fat on there. So you get a little bit of like, you know, a juicy bite there too, but it's also much, much tougher or like way crunchier than pork rinds, like inappropriately crunchy, you know?
And that's why, that's why I'm going through so much effort here to get as much fat off of this thing as I can. So I'm trying to, it's a little slow going because I'm looking at this side and seeing that fat, and I'm looking over here at this side over to me. Once you can grab a hold of it, y'all in the South know what I'm talking, grab a hold of that sucker.
So one of the main differences though is also the process of it, because cracklins, you know, they'll go straight from the skin, and then we'll immediately dehydrate the skin, and then that will go into the fryer. And what happens there is, you know, what is pork skin? It's basically collagen. And so that collagen is just going to like harden up. So that's why you get the pork cracklins that are like super, super like hard, right? But with pork rinds, the pork skin is first boiled for about an hour or two. And what that does, the collagen ends up breaking down and it turns into gelatin. And as that boils, the gelatin is concentrated, leaving behind just like a little bit of film there with them. So it becomes light, it's fluffy, it's very crispy, but it's light and fluffy because the collagen is broken down.
Yes. All that. And you can cut through it there. So like it's pretty tough, and we're keeping that angle. You need a really sharp knife, and this is one.
Oh, is that the knife? Did you try the other one? Or
no, the other
one. We got 2 pork bellies.
I'm going to try the other one on the other belly.
Yeah, we got 2 pork bellies. We got 2 because we were going to try some TV magic, but let's be real. We just wanted 2 pork bellies.
Yeah. And this is okay that we got a hole in our skin now. Like if we're just going to chop them up, you know, we'll chop them up into little squares and stuff. But you need a very sharp knife. The skin is very tough, so it's pretty resilient. But it kind of proves the point about what I was going to say is that it ain't
Be careful, Ryan. That's a bad
it ain't knife tip proof, you know. And I kind of like to like hold it up a little bit and let the weight of that belly. See, like I'm angling my blade. I really want to focus on that because that's kind of how you got to do it. You get a little bit too aspirational, and then you want to take that skin up, grab a hold of it, you know, for y'all in the South, and you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Grab a hold of that thing. If your mama ever grabbed a hold of you when you was little, you know what I'm talking about.
You're just joining us. Welcome to Food Talk TV. Welcome to the Tailgate. I'm Taylor. This is Ryan, and we are on Saturdays on Food Talk TV. We have different shows that are on every single day. We've been going live on Food Talk TV. Not us in general, but as creators, been going live since 2021.
If your mama ever grabbed a hold of you when you were little, she probably jerked a knot in your tail. And that's what you're going to try to do this pork skin. Although we don't have the tail on, I'm pretty sure you can eat the tail because that's not an oink, and you can eat all of it except for the oink. I don't know any good pork tail recipes. Do you?
Nah, not at the top of my head, but I feel like Kunchi would be the one.
Kunchi, but maybe no. I don't know.
I feel like he would be the one. Him or Mr. Crown Royal.
Mr. Crown might know some good pork tail. Are you in here, Mr. Crown? Please tell us if you got a good pork tail recipe. I like oxtail. That's good, but it's more of a, it's more of a meaty type tail. So we're getting that skin on off of here because we didn't, we didn't have the forethought to do all this ahead of time, and we're not going to be doing any crispy cracklins.
Welcome in
today. Oh, and there we go. And there's some fat on it, and I don't really want to say that fat with it, so we'll just chop it off.
So welcome. So glad we showed up on your FYP. Here you go.
So there it is. There, you can be like
we're working on
Leatherface,
right
and that's what I said, like a serial unaliver. We're just collecting them skins.
Yeah.
So now we got a big old look at that. That's a
big old pork belly. So pork belly is uncured bacon, basically.
I'm happy about that. Yeah, it is uncured bacon.
It's uncured bacon. Bacon is basically pork belly that has been salted and cured with preservatives.
Yeah, and skint. It's been skint too. Your bacon's been skint.
Yes.
Yeah, we could go ahead and make this into bacon, which would be really fun, and smoked. And it's usually low smoked. Cold, like I think it's cold smoke. It's usually cold smoked because it's raw.
We do have someone saying that you should sharpen your knife, even though we both know you just did that.
Yeah, I did. I did. Do you see any
well, no. I think it was when you were working on this one. But the thing is, too, he wasn't sure which knife he's going to use.
Yeah.
So one pork belly he used one knife. The second pork belly he's using the second knife. So
I sharpened both of these right before the show.
Yeah.
They are very sharp. Yeah. Do you see any burrs on it? I don't.
And they literally
because I made sure that this thing is sharp. So if you don't,
so it just may be the other knife will be better.
And
so we'll see.
And it poked a hole in it as a testament to my sharpening abilities. If you're doubting those, I don't know. Right. Maybe I'm just not that great though. Yeah. I can't split atoms with it because
So with this pork skin, we're going to be freezing it for later. We do a lot more of the morning and the afternoon lives during college football season because we are the tailgate. We will tailgate for those. And so we're going to freeze the skin so that way when we're ready to make pork rinds, because it is the process. You got like 1 to 2 hours of boiling out the pork skin to break down the collagen. And then you have, depending on if you're using a dehydrator or an oven, a dehydrator would be about 10 to 14 hours to dry out the pork skin. And then it would be about, if you have your oven on the lowest setting, you could probably get it done in 3 or 4.
See, I am working a little bit slow for this because we ain't just trying to rip the skin off this sucker. Right. We're trying to use it for pork rinds later, and I want to leave as little fat on it. So I'm taking a little bit of my time. If you think that's maybe why my knife's not that sharp, that
he's
could
really
be
wanting to make sure we don't get, because if there is fat left over on here, even if well, I mean, we are going to freeze this, but if it was something that we were going to fry, then that extra fat on there would make the pork rinds go bad quicker, faster,
quicklier,
better, faster,
more quicklier.
Yeah, more quicklier.
More quicklier, but
the quicken the things.
I'm just gonna kind of.
So is that knife easier than the first one?
They're about the same.
They're about the same. I think your technique's a bit better this time around.
Well, because I just did it once.
Oh yeah, you had to practice.
Yeah, and then this time I'm gonna do it like you gotta do a couple of these and get your bearing here. But this is the way I'm gonna do it on this one. The other one I just kind of picked it up and did it. So this one, I'm just gonna lap the skin on over this.
Yeah, that's how you can really tell the difference between like a professional and at-home cook, because like an at-home cook is not usually going to be in a position where they do multiple pork bellies in one day.
Right. I am not a professional. This is the first time I've ever done 2 of these suckers in a row, so I'm like way away from the professional level. But you know, like I kind of like the straight edge knife a little better on it, but my chef knife does it, and it's great, and it's, you know, there's not one of these sharper than the other, so it's not sharpness. Yeah, it's more of like, I think it's more of like I had a feel for it on the second one here. But yeah, there you go. And we've left little fat. We've left some fat. Sometimes you get a nipple on this thing too, and that's pretty funny. But we didn't have any nipples today, so Ryan. I mean, it's a belly. We all got them. So I'm gonna stick this in the fridge. These can go in the fridge for up to 3 days. These are gonna eventually go into our freezer once we get a bag. Yep. Stick them in a freezer bag. We're gonna stick them in the freezer, and then now we're man. And then it's like, you know, the next thing is we're gonna have to just chop it all up. So I think what we need is to move the camera a bit closer to the pork belly so they can really see it. Like, and I can do that to where we're not even in the frame, to where it's like really close up belly. What do you guys think? We'll see. Close up belly. Let's do it. Let's get that fly on out of there. Come on, fly. Get on out of there. There's that awkward position. Hello, hello. And then I need a bowl to put it up in, too. I gotta... Get away, flies. Of course, we have the fun... Okay, there's the beautiful view of the trash can. Our apologies, people. We are just wanting to make sure that you have the view. So we're going to go into... You know, we're going to go into... And then I can't see the screen because the glare... We're going to go into kind of thick slices here. Oh, there we go. There we go. There it is. Because we're doing burn ends, so we're going to go ahead and chop it up. And this pork belly, the cool thing about it is, you know, we could smoke it whole and then chop it up and all that. And that's like a lot of extra stuff to have to do. So we're not going to do that. But we're just going to chop it on up. And is that knife in your way? It is. Yeah, it is. Because I'm just going to use my chef knife for this now. But we're going to chop it on up, and we're going to cube it up, and we're just going to make our burnt ends like that because we got enough. I mean, this is a meaty one right here, and I'm really happy about that. But we got enough fat in here to keep everything all nice and moist and juicy and tender and everything. So we don't have to smoke this. I love smoking these as a whole piece of meat. Don't get me wrong, but we don't have to, and we ain't gonna because we're trying to do a show for you. And you want to sit around here for 4 to 6 hours while we do all that. Queen G just popped in and said she's doing pork belly today too. Queen G, what are you doing? It must be in the air to do pork belly today. And Queen G is one of FoodtokTV's creators. She's on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central. So crawling in my belly tonight. Bab says, nice job. And so, yeah, we're just going to chunk them up. We got 2 of them, so we'll have plenty of burnt ends on these suckers here. And, oh, yeah. Woo! Y'all, we are in the South. If you know, you know. We do have a fan over here to help us with the outside elements. But, you know, that's what happens when you're... We got a couple of other little insect fans over here that have been hanging out with us, too. So, yeah. Oh, man. You know. There we go. So, some of these will be a little bit bigger than others, and that's all right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. After Ryan cuts these up into bits, which this pork belly looks amazing, we are going to be... We got a bowl to put them in? Oh, I got to grab that. So we're doing burnt ends, and so, you know, with your brisket, you know, burnt end, a little big, but it's going to be one. That's just fine. With your brisket burnt ends and stuff, you're traditionally going to go ahead and smoke your whole brisket, and you're going to remove the point. If it's a brisket, you're going to remove the point a little bit sooner if you're going to do burnt ends, in that way, because your point's going to be more tender before the brisket's done. You're going to remove that from the whole chunk of meat and everything, and then you'll make your burnt ends out of it. But since... Okay, Ryan, will you flip over some of this meat so it's not just fat up, so they can see the beautiful marbling underneath? Yes, I will. I can even cut this one from the bottom here too. Extra protein. Get on away from here, fly. Oh yeah. There we go. We got some good. That's beautiful. We got some good. My butcher was good to me. Yes.
Be nice to your butcher, people.
Yeah, be nice to your butcher.
Yes.
I don't know what all that entails, but you know, probably you know your butcher better than I do. So,
Burnt ends and burnt flies. Y'all, we are in the South.
Flies.
You know, we have this fan over here, which is doing great. We do live like walking distance from the Cumberland River, so that's a thing. We do what we can, and I feel like by this time next year, we'll be completely decked out with our outdoor features.
And we're doing some big old honking burnt ends over here too, because we're very ambitious.
Melissa Murd is in here, another Food Talk TV creator.
And they're going to shrink up just a little bit, you know, so that's all right. That's going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right, guys. So, like, I don't know why you're so worried.
Everything
I don't know.
is going to be all right. Yeah.
Yeah. Every little thing.
Gonna be all right. Yeah.
That dude had some wisdom. He was trying to hit y'all with it. You know, I don't know why you're worried.
Nancy's a butcher, a cook, and a dishwasher. All right.
Butcher, yeah. Butcher today.
Hey, the real people in the kitchen are the ones who started out as a dishwasher. Those are the real deals.
I'm keeping them honky today. You know, we're going hunky dory over here. So, because we got 2 pork butts, we don't, you know, and we have there's only 2 people over here trying to eat this. Also, so we can stand for less pieces.
JT thinks we should do some carnitas, but we're doing this pork belly with some 5-spice. But we were thinking of some like inspired tacos or something.
We were originally.
Oh yeah, we were gonna do pork butt and do like pozole tacos.
We were gonna do little pork butt slices. We were gonna dry brine them and then make those into tacos. So yeah, like look at this thing. It's done. It's done. Fell apart over here. Trying to anyways, but that's all right.
Nancy says our neighbors may want some.
They do. I promise you they do.
Here I come. I'm hungry. Man, our show is great, but we're not going to be eating for a minute. So
yeah, we ain't eating anytime
so we don't start our show hungry.
No,
we end our show hungry.
Yeah, we definitely do. And generally, everything we make on the show, we make so much for the 2 of us. It's usually just the 2 of us. Every now and then we'll have a guest over or something. And we make so much, but man, we generally eat it all by the end of the night. There's very seldom times that we're going to have leftovers out of all this. So I'm just going to go with these and make big old hunks. Big old hunks.
Thank you all so much for joining us today.
And that's what you got.
Beautiful day here in Nashville.
It is a very much beautiful day. And so these guys are going to go over there and we're going to put them inside. I think we should put them maybe in the fridge just for a moment while we kind of clean up.
Yeah.
Taylor's going to do that. Maybe she's going to take them into the fridge for you.
Yeah.
And and then we're going to she's going to assemble this beautiful Chinese 5-spice, and she's going to toast up some pecans for our salad over here. And I'm going to go and wash this cutting board and this knife. So we're gonna toss them around in Chinese 5-spice powder, and then we're gonna get them right onto the smoker. And our smoker is ripping around with where we're hanging at now. We're at 308 degrees right now, so we're gonna be smoking them at that. Somewhere around your 300 marks, 300, 325, 275. It's going to get them done just a little bit quicker, and that's all right because, you know, we got a whole show to do, so we're looking to get them done a little bit quicker. And, you know, once they've smoked for long enough to where they're nice and tender, we'll sauce them up for you.
All right, so we're back here with our faces. Hi. Hi, Taylor, Ryan, welcome to the tailgate. We're going to back up, back.
I'm going to take this inside and wash it, and I think Taylor's going to just go ahead and give us a sanitize on that.
And then also I want to make sure the camera's good. Y'all, it is...
Taylor's going to just go ahead and give us a sanitize on that.
And then also I want to make sure the camera's good. Y'all, it is... Hi, my beautiful people. Thank you so much for sticking around. Y'all, it is beautiful out, but it's also very hot. And the phone was right behind, or the sun is directly behind the phone. So I have this little ice pack I'm going to put with my phone. Yeah, to keep it nice and cool. Y'all, thank you so much for joining us. Apologies for the delay. Fixing our camera. Thank you so much for being patient. I think what we need on Food Talk TV, because this does happen with our cooking shows, with our live cooking shows, because especially like when we're outside, but a lot of our grill people have this too, where, you know, just because it's so hot and like everything is so hot that the phones will overheat, there needs to be some sort of phone case with like an ice pack phone case. I think that would be perfect. So I'm going to start this back up. Righty tighty, lefty. All right, gonna turn on this skillet here to get these toasted. Hello, hello. Oh, and fans for the phone. That's a good idea too. Definitely need to have something for it. We have the ice pack on the back right now for that. And it's over here. Welcome to Food Talk TV, y'all. We're just transitioning over here. Gonna switch over to 5 spice time. Then we will be working on a Chinese barbecue sauce along with a veggie stir fry. And we'll be finishing up with a shaved fennel salad. So thank you for waiting with us and hanging out with us today.
I do have a nice clean knife here. You probably heard me in there washing it.
Oh yeah, so I do kind of need to change the camera angle a little bit.
So you turned this on off, didn't you?
did, but I didn't flame it.
Okay. Oh yeah. And then
I didn't, or I turned it back on to,
oh,
but I didn't flame it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's start.
I was coming over here to toast pecans.
I'm gonna give you a
I am so sorry, y'all, with the camera angle.
Here, let me see.
It's very bright, so we can't see.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
You know, like when it's super bright and pretty out, and like the nature just doesn't want you to look at your phone. That's what's going on for us.
Or your flame.
Or your flame.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That too. Yeah, Babs, our phone overheated. So of course, like the sun is right over here. Our phone's right here. So hot out right now. I'm gonna bring this little toasty. I have a little ice pack next to it. And also talking about fans for the phone. Yeah, so we just chucked the phone in the freezer for a few minutes.
And Taylor's going to toast you up some.
Well, I did toast up the spices already. Okay. It's just the pecans, and these are going to be later on for the, you know, while we have this out. And
while we're over here toasting.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to stir these around and focus on these while I tell the class about the 5 spice.
Yeah.
That we're doing. Yeah, that's going to be for the salad later. But I had already toasted these while he was doing the pork belly on this thing. The pecans are going to be toasted for that. Of course, whole spices. Anytime you work with whole spices, it's just going to be way better when you have the opportunity to toast them first. You're going to warm up those oils, get a better aroma out of it, better flavor.
I'm going to go get the
just anytime. Oh, okay. Yeah, just, oh, I have a mitt right there.
I don't want that one.
Just anytime that there's an opportunity for you to toast whole spices, do it. So with the ratios here, I'm doing these in tablespoon ratios. So I'm doing 2 tablespoons, so 2 parts of the fennel seed. There's going to be, it is Chinese 5 spice, the main 5 spices, fennel seed. So we're doing 2 parts of this. Szechuan peppercorns. This is an optional one. Sometimes people swap this out for ginger or black pepper. I consider Szechuan to be the main 5, but also who cares about my opinion, right? So Szechuan peppercorn, it's not a peppercorn. It's a dried berry of prickly ash. It's known for mala, which is the numbing heat, like very numbing heat. So we're using the red Szechuan peppercorns. There's also green Szechuan peppercorns. The red is going to be a little bit more on the fiery side. The green is going to be a bit more like herbaceous and like fragrant floral. Also got some cloves. I'm doing 1 teaspoon of this, so I'm doing 1/3 of a part. So a teaspoon, a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. We're going to do a tablespoon or about 4 of the star anise, the very licorice kind of flavor here. And then 1 part of the white peppercorn. We're making it a 6 spice ourselves. And cinnamon is one of those spices too. To kind of guess, I would say each cinnamon stick is going to be about 1 teaspoon. So for a tablespoon, there's 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon. So to make a tablespoon, I'm doing 3 cinnamon sticks. And of course, not all cinnamon sticks are equal, but you know, average them out. Yeah. Average them out.
Yeah. Feel with your buds.
Oh, tap. Thank you so much. So on the menu today, we're making this 5 spice. We're toasting this for a fennel salad. We have some pork belly that we need to coat with this stuff. with the Chinese 5-spice, we're going to be doing a vegetable stir fry and Chinese barbecue sauce. And yeah, I named the things. So I am using, whenever I make my spices, I have definitely invested in a spice grinder, but I think you can actually have better luck finding it if you look for a coffee grinder. I've found that coffee grinders are often cheaper than spice grinders, though they're essentially the same thing, right? And this one I like it because it has like a removable cup, and so that way you can wash whatever. Because I know like with our coffee grinder, it was like our coffee grinder is attached and we can't detach it. And so you got to be able to wash it out, especially if you're doing spices. So we can process these in batches or not. I like to say do it in batches so it all has room to grow or room to process, and then I shove it all in there anyway. Thank y'all so much for joining us. We are in Nashville, Tennessee. I am from here. He is basically from here. He's been here for the past 20 years.
Yeah, 20 now.
Yeah, 20 now.
Man, I moved over here when I was like 1 year old.
Yeah. So these will grind a lot easier if I did them in shorter batches. So the Szechuan peppercorn, fennel seed, 2 parts fennel seed, 1 part Szechuan peppercorn, 1 part black peppercorn, white peppercorn, not black, not
white peppercorn.
White peppercorn, 1 part cinnamon, and then 1/3 of a part of cloves. All of these have already been toasted in this pan that Ryan is working on because he is toasting our nuts. I have some more. I like that I use the tray for this so I get all my extra spices.
Yeah, good call on that.
Yeah, love the organizing tray.
I'm just over here making sure it doesn't get hotter in Nashville, just absorbing all of this heat.
What up? I currently have 5-spice ingredients in here because we have some pork belly that we just prepared and diced up. We removed the skin, we diced it up. We're going to get ready to coat in this 5-spice that I'm making from scratch. Toasting some pecans for our fennel salad later. And these are, well, it's actually our Chinese 6-spice ingredients in this grinder.
6-spice.
6-spice. 2 parts fennel, 1 part white peppercorn, 1 part cinnamon stick, 1 part star anise, and what am I missing? 1 part Szechuan peppercorns, did I say that?
Fennel seed.
Fennel seed, 2 parts.
Star anise.
1/3 part clove.
Clove. Yeah, that was clove. Clove.
Yeah.
Yep. Clove.
So I had measured everything in tablespoons. So it's 2 tablespoons fennel, 1 tablespoon of everything else except for the clove, which is a teaspoon because that's 1/3 of the tablespoon. So we're going to process this real quick. It's annoying. I know it's loud, but it's quick.
Yeah,
I'm smelling the nuts. I feel like we're done.
I'm getting some getting those fragrant aromas from them pecans because I'm sitting over here toasting up some pecans, man.
Which, by the way, it always weirds me out when he says pecans, even though, you know, I know that's what he does, but he's from Georgia, so he says pecans. Yeah. And I have never met anybody not from Georgia pronounce it that way. So let me know, is it pecan or is it pecan?
Pecan.
Oh, and all these spices I did already toast earlier when we were preparing the pork belly.
I say pecan, con.
Oh, look at that. I'm going to shake it up to make sure everything got processed in there, but there we go. I love building my spices from scratch just because we keep whole spices on hand all the time anyway, so we like to make our own rather than buying blends. But you can absolutely buy a Chinese 5-spice blend or a Chinese 6-spice blend. Oh, do we need to turn this off? Or, oh, wait, no.
I turned it off.
Okay. Now I'm wondering if I need to go with the Chinese barbecue sauce or we need to coat the belly.
Yeah, we got to
do belly time.
We got to get that belly on the smoker. So, like, that's the most important thing. Yep. That's
the mission.
That belly, those bellies, it may have all been one belly. It's probably 2 different bellies, but it could have been 2 cuts from one belly, but it's 2 cuts of belly. One's thicker than the other, so I'm thinking it was definitely 2 different bellies. And I have some little Szechuan peppercorns for you there.
So I guess we're going to toss in this bigger
prickly
one.
ash, if you wanted to know.
At our audience.
And they can't catch it.
Can't catch it.
Can't catch it.
So let's, I don't know how much of this we want to add to this. Because these are like, these are 2 pork bellies worth of pork belly. 2
pork bellies worth of pork belly. Probably. I mean, I would imagine.
This is going to be about 1/3 of a cup.
I would imagine all of it eventually.
Yeah.
We're just going to coat them all up. Get them all nice and tossed up with that And I'm hoping that's enough.
Would you actually open that? Because like this hand in there.
Yep. I can do that. Ooh, that is nice.
Yeah. I didn't even taste it, but I trust myself.
I trust you too.
I trust it.
I trust you too. Oh, it's good and chunky too.
And my hand's already icky, so I may as well just go with it. I may as well just go.
I like it. I like how it's nice and chunky. So you can go ahead and get icky with it.
Getting icky with it.
It's icky.
This
icky,
pork belly,
icky.
dude. And you know, pork belly. For some reason, whenever we do pork belly like this, whenever we do smoked pork belly,
s'mores pork belly.
No, not s'mores. But we go for the 5-spice a lot. We really do go for the 5-spice a lot.
Belly s'mores. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What a dessert that would be.
So what are we putting these directly on the grill or in a grill pot? What's going on, Ryan?
I don't know,
the grill man.
That thing is hot. Hot. Hot.
So does this look properly 5-spice?
Oh no, we're gonna give it more.
Okay.
Honey.
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 Are y'all in California? No, we are in Tennessee. We are in Nashville. Welcome to the tailgate, y'all.
We are not on vacation.
Oh. Y'all let us know where you're at.
We probably should be.
Because we get viewers from all over. I would love to hear where y'all are at.
And I feel like if we're on vacation, we'd still be over here working for you too.
Pecan.
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 Pecans.
Yeah. Kaz says correctly. Pecan.
Pecan.
Yeah.
But they're pecans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, season to taste, even though we're not like tasting this.
Yeah, just get you a big old
hunk. You know how much seasoning you like.
Get you a big old hunk. And we're gonna be using all of this on these bad boys.
Oh, all of it in the pork belly?
We're just gonna be using all of it because it's gonna get around. Don't that's one piece.
Okay.
Don't separate them. You can. It doesn't matter. They're burning.
I am kind of liking I'm doing this by hand rather than tongs. That way we can make sure.
Right, and there's no tossing it in this bowl because that's a lot. That's a whole lot of belly.
Whole lot of belly.
That's a whole lot of belly.
We got
there,
East Texas. We got
New
Jersey.
New Jersey.
Woo! We always get a lot of Texas.
How you like your pork belly in Jersey? I'm thinking of like pork belly.
I know with Texas pork belly, it's probably like very focused on the technique.
Ooh. Or maybe like in Jersey, maybe do you do a pastrami pork belly? Could be good. I don't know. I don't know what you do in Jersey. Here. Well, you might be out of luck.
Oh, are we out? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. So with the two pork bellies,
but there.
We did about 1/3 of a cup of that. So I'm gonna go in and wash my hands. Ryan, what are you gonna be putting?
I'm gonna be putting these little bellies on the grill over here. So
I gotta wash my hands.
Yeah. Go ahead and wash your hands. Yeah, we'll move the camera over here so you can watch us stick it on the smoker. That's eventful.
Inside, wash my hands. And
yeah. So we got our smoker rolling over here at 303 degrees on the nose. That's not planned. That's just where it's sitting. That's kind of planned. Probably like between 275 and 325 is a good place, right around 300 degrees. We're going to cook them up a little bit quicker. If we were wanting to make a whole day thing out of it, we'd be doing it at like 225, something like that, 250. I don't know, man. It doesn't really matter. As long as you get them on the smoker, that's all that really matters. So we're going to try to get them on there pretty quickly, though, because we don't want this thing open. The more opened it is, the more oxygen we're going to let into here, and then the more our fire is going to flare up. So we're aiming to move a little bit quick over here on the smoker.
So moving a little quick on the smoker here. By the way, guys, this is a Kamado. This is the knockoff egg.
Yeah, green egg. It's not a green egg, but similar in structure and design. It's a Kamado grill. It is it's made from ceramic. It's all ceramic. There's no metal over here. And that has awesome heat retention. So we're just getting these pork puppies over here. Man, that thick belly right there is like just really just spreading the love all over my grill.
Oh, yeah. So we're thinking this is going to be about...
We're trying to work quickly here.
Hour and a half, too. What temperature are we going for?
I'm thinking, we're probably in for at least a couple hours here. And then we're going to take them off and then we're going to sauce them because they are burnt ends because they got to get cooked again. Internal temp, I'm thinking somewhere around 165 to 175 degrees is what they're probably going to get finished at.
All right.
So there's no sugar in here, so if we do get a little bit hotter, it's okay. This pork belly can stand up to it because it's pork belly, man. It's got plenty of fat content. I got my temp probe in that one now over here, and man, this is.
I think we're running out of grill estate.
We are running out of grill estate, but that's okay. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna get them all on here.
Y'all, I chose a very unfortunate angle to hold this. I will get to comments in just a second.
It's an unfortunate angle.
Yeah, I picked an unfortunate
angle. Much unfortunate angle. Just the angle of your dangle. You need one of those, what do they call them? The
sorry guys, sorry for the roller coaster. I am still training.
You need one of them, what are they? I want to say dongle, but it's not dongle. And that sounds funny too. Crap. What is the little things that hold the cameras and but they hold your camera setting or your phone?
Can't handle the phones. How hot is that? No way I'd be grilling. I know, right? But you know what? We're on the tailgate, so that's what we do on Saturdays.
We got a grill on
Saturdays. So here in Nashville, it is 91. It feels like 94. I feel like that weather report I just checked is a liar.
It is.
I feel like that's a liar. It feels closer to 101.
It is Saturn Day, and when it's Saturn Day, we are out here grilling.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing that we do over here when we tailgate.
Oh yeah.
Getting some of them in there. They're kind of a little.
Probably we would prefer to not have this so close. But
yeah, I'd like them. I'd like them a little
left behind.
Just a little bit. Yeah, no, they're all going to look at them, and they're going to shrink up just a little bit, and they'll get some shoulder room in there. Where's that one going? Where's that one going? Somebody tell me, because we got to get this lid shut.
Got to get this lid shut.
Yep, there we go. Boom, and they are on. They're on and popping, or on and porking.
All right, cool. And we are going back for a roller coaster to bring us back. Thank you so much for going on field trips with us, y'all. We love to take you all over the cooking process, all over the backyard.
Yep. Seatbelts.
Seatbelts, everyone. Please let this be a normal field trip. With the mustard queen? No way. And with this too. Alrighty. Because it is so nice and bright out here. Whenever I go to adjust my screen, I have to look back over here because it's just so beautiful out. The universe is telling me not to look at my phone. So, y'all, welcome into Food Talk TV. We have some pork belly that we just put on the smoker here. We have some vegetable stir fry that we will be doing as well, along with a Chinese barbecue sauce because we're doing pork belly burn-ins, so we need some sort of sauce to go with this. We're going to be doing a shaved fennel and mandarin orange salad later as well. Thank you all so much for joining. We need a tent for some shade. Yes, we do. But the thing is, whenever we film outside, a tent would be amazing, but it would also ruin the light. There's a little here and there. We're going to play with it. We feel like by the time we have our outdoor setup perfect for summer, it'll be next summer.
Yep.
Yeah, because we're thinking of all sorts of things to do. So
and we need a tent for winter and fall, and when it's more rainy out here. We've been very fortunate this year as far as rain goes on Saturdays. That Saturdays have not been rainy days so far, and we like it that way, and we're happy about. We're very grateful for that, and we would like to keep it that way. So,
So this is the pan from earlier. I'm just going to add it to here. I may not even turn it on quite yet, but I'll go ahead and mix up the stuff for the
I'll put the
barbecue sauce. Yeah, we'll leave that there. That looks better. There we go. Let's make some Chinese barbecue sauce.
Oh, we're making barbecue sauce. And the cast iron, too, nonetheless. So we are going to, these are burnt ends. We just smothered the whole grill, literally smothered the grill with them. And I just found out that my thermometer has a little dangler thing, so it dangles, and I think that's pretty cool. Little Easter egg for my thermometer there. It's climbing back up to 172. We had that lid open for quite some time trying to get all these suckers on there. I don't like having the lid open too long on this thing because the more you have it open, the more oxygen you get in here. And this once this thing gets to a temp, it's pretty steady, man. So you're like inch thick ceramic and stuff, and there's an inner fire bowl with that as well, and so it absorbs a lot of heat. So We're going to keep a very close eye. Like, that's kind of my job right now, is keeping a very close eye on this thing to make sure that we don't get too hot, because we don't have any sugars in our rub, so we're not going to like carbonize our rub or like get any kind of bitter stuff from it. But we don't want to go too high on the heat because we don't really want to overcook them. I don't really want to go over 325 degrees.
So what I'm doing right now for the Chinese barbecue sauce, so the way I'm thinking about it is kind of like how I approach most of my barbecue sauces. I start with my base, I have my acid, and I have my sweetener. Oh, Ryan, would you get honey, please?
Honey.
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 And so for my base here, rather than, you know, typically I'm the mustard queen, so I do a mustard base for my barbecue sauces. I am using hoisin, which is, you know, what some people purchase just to use as a Chinese it is Chinese barbecue sauce, is hoisin. But of course, you know, we're doctoring it up a little bit. It's kind of like soybean ketchup is how I would describe a hoisin sauce. Soybean ketchup. So I'm adding just I'm using some of this rice vinegar, and I'm going to be using some of this Chinese dark vinegar as well for my acid in here. And then I'll be using my honey as my sweetener. I also have some of this chili sauce I will be adding to it too, so we get some heat. Because, you know, with the hoisin sauce and the honey, it is going to be a bit sweet, but we're going to balance that with the acid and the heat. A perfect barbecue sauce, all it is the perfect balance of sweet, heat, and acid. So what may be perfect for me may not be your perfect combination, but my preparation or my ratios for my barbecue sauce, I will do 4 parts of my base, 2 parts of my acid, and 1 part of my sweetener. Hey, let's have a rule where we let each other know when we're doing that.
Oh yeah, I just did that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm bad.
Don't you love it? Like,
I'm bad.
You know it's a good story when you have to invent new rules in a marriage.
I just really wish I could see this better.
So the hoisin sauce, and of course I got 2 of the hoisin sauces. There's that one, it was a viral video on TikTok where it was like, went to the store, grab a bottle of hoisin sauce, then like, get home, oh no, go to the store for another bottle of hoisin sauce. I don't know the words verbatim, right? But basically I have 2 bottles of hoisin sauce now, and I think of that song now. Yeah.
Are you saying that sauce is hoisinous?
Hoisinous, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also going to add a little soy to it, just to umami it.
Yeah.
But this one's tamari, which is like the gluten-free.
I think we're going to need like a lot of sauce too. So
that's what I got for the
down on this.
That's what I got as far as the hoisin for my base.
Okay, I got you. I got you. She's still. I'm going to let her build. I'm going to let her cook. She's cooking.
Let her cook.
Let her cook.
So lots of chili sauce, since we did add some sweet.
we need that emoji in the chat.
Yes, that's my
let her
vote.
cook.
Let her cook.
Let her cook.
Right.
I got it. While she's doing that.
Why did I just open this? Okay.
I got 184 degrees now on the smoker. It's climbing up slowly. I like that. Yeah, I love it. I love all that.
Grill update.
Grill update. Yes, your weekend grill update here.
And of course, you know, any barbecue sauce you make, even if you are making a recipe by someone that you absolutely like, love and trust, you still want to taste and adjust because barbecue sauce is the perfect balance of sweet, heat, and acid, no matter what you're using. So I didn't have any of the 5 spice left over for the
Did you put any mustard in there? Queen?
No, I didn't.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Ryan, what do you think, though? If we're not adding.
No.
That's good.
That is good. It's getting there.
Does it need to be a little bit of Chinese mustard, too?
Not Chinese mustard.
Or, sorry, Japanese.
Yup.
Yeah, so we are going a little bit. Okay. Ryan, I think I need to be the one that grabs this stuff. I am the mustard queen, after all. But I need to get my other stuff. Hold up. So right there with that is hot. So we're going to let this simmer. So with my barbecue sauce bases, it's going to be, 4 parts of my base, which I chose hoisin sauce. Then 2 parts acid. I have rice vinegar and Chinese black vinegar. And then I also have my sweet, which I added some honey. And then we also added some chili paste, or some Chinese chili paste in here. And then we are going to add a little bit of Chinese hot mustard. Now this is a completely separate thing that I am excited to share with y'all.
You done got the mustard queen started. Or maybe I did, I don't know, but she started. So I got Ooh, I got 186 on my grill tent. We're just gonna watch it because we just loaded it. We loaded this. We loaded the whole. If you weren't here watching us, we done loaded this whole thing up with meat, pork belly to be exact. Chinese 5-spice rubbed pork belly to be exact. And if you're just getting in with us, we're doing Chinese 5-spice burnt ends, and we're doing them right here for you. So it's going to be a little bit slow to get up to temperature. I'm not getting too fidgety with my vents quite yet because I know it's going to take. You know, we don't want to climb too high here. We're going for a nice.
All right. So
y'all, for a nice target.
I'm going to talk about my thing now.
All right, yeah, you talk about your thing.
Yeah. So this is karashi, which karashi is Japanese for mustard, which means that this is mustard powder that is from seeds grown in Japan. Japanese mustard powder is its own thing, as in, not its own thing, it's very similar to other mustard powders, but it's its own thing in the sense of the way it's typically prepared for meals. It's often served in Japanese dishes as cold noodle dishes, but it's kind of like, I mean, it's very much so like wasabi, but it's very much so like horseradish as well with those. And very much so, it's just that Japanese mustard powder and cold water. And that's all we need at first. And that's just mixing it together. We're going to make it into a paste.
Is there a specific region it's grown in?
Not a specific region of Japan that I know of. I mean, I'm sure there is, you know, but Asian mustard seeds in general are just built hot. Like Asian mustard seeds, any mustard seeds that are sourced from Asia are just going to be hotter. And so I'm creating a paste here. So mustard powder by itself does not taste like anything. By itself, it doesn't taste like anything. But, you know, if you were to put some on your tongue, at first you wouldn't taste anything. And then, you know, once the saliva in your mouth has, you know, messed with the mustard powder, has wetted it, then that's when a chemical reaction is created to make the flavor of mustard. And that is that like very harsh, like nasally heat, the like horseradishy type heat. And so this chemical reaction takes about 10-15 minutes to start or to get to its peak. And so that's when we add an acid. That's when we're going to add rice vinegar, any sort of vinegar or anything to lock in the heat and preserve the heat, because this by itself isn't going to go bad. It's just going to dry out, but it will lose flavor. The vinegar is going to keep the flavor. That's why we add vinegar to mustards. Mustard itself doesn't go bad, but the flavor of mustard does. So let's see how hot this is. This is already probably a bit hot, even though I just added the cold water mustard powder to it. So yeah. And you know, cheap mustard powder versus expensive mustard powder, it's all about the sifting. Woo! That is hot, hot, hot. That's after just like a second.
Oh! Woo! Woo!
It's always mustard is always such an awesome thing to add to sauces for balance, because as I said before, barbecue is a perfect mix of, or perfect balance of sweet, heat, and acid, but people don't often consider the bitter. Bitter is here, and then also that nasally heat.
It's very bitter, and you get that iconic nasally wasabi style.
Right, and so if you ever have any sort of wasabi or horseradish or hot mustard where it's just way too hot and you can't handle it, all you got to do is breathe out of your mouth for a bit, because the flavor of mustard is so volatile, it evaporates super easily. So when it hits your tongue, it immediately goes to your nose.
Yeah, if you can't handle it, you're a mouth breather.
Yeah. So I think
be a mouth breather.
I'm going to try a spoonful of it.
Yeah, there we go.
And there is some acid in here.
Oh, I love that too, and I love the.
So that acid that's in here is going to help preserve it.
I'm loving the color of this.
Oh yeah, I'm just going to add it all. Because there are a lot of sweet ingredients in here.
Yeah, and it's going to temper a little bit with the heat, right?
Yes, yes. The flavor of mustard does cook out. It will. Yes, it will. Yes. Now, it's locking in the flavor like with the acid in here. But if I were to just straight up cook this, it would turn bitter.
Oh man.
Yeah, but it's essentially becoming preserved with the acid, and then with the heat, it'll be fine.
I like what it's doing with the color specifically. Taylor.
Okay, you can hear us. Okay, cool. Because sometimes we can't. Hello.
Definitely did not sift this before she.
I just don't think I.
There's a little clumps in there, but that's all right. I'll let her cook. Let her cook.
Let her cook.
Let her cook.
Yeah, sometimes you got to leave and come back. I'm sorry, y'all have been having the issue, but I do appreciate whenever y'all like make sure our quality is great. We want to be here for you guys.
We want to be great.
Yeah. But so I love getting the karashi, the Japanese mustard powder. This is going to be available at international markets, but Coleman's mustard powder is a great substitute for that. That's going to be available in a lot of grocery stores. But the thing is with Coleman's mustard powder, it's a combination of brown and yellow mustard seeds. Like these Asian mustard seeds, they are, it's a brown Asian mustard seed. So it's just much, much hotter. Coleman's is going to be more of a temperamental thing because they use the yellow and brown, and they source their own mustard seeds, typically from Europe or Canada. But Canada is actually the largest exporter of mustard. All right, y'all, thank you so much for joining us today.
Huh?
Well, we're hitting the first hour. So y'all, so far today, what are you doing? Oh, you're adding
I gotta throw the wild card in here. I know Taylor loves it when I do that.
Wild card. Yeah, he just knows I love not being prepared.
Will you give me one more of this one? Sometimes you get some that are ruptured, and I don't like ruptured chilies. I'm just gonna throw it in the garden. It probably ain't gonna do nothing. So I don't know.
Yeah, I love buying produce at our Asian market just because, like, this is how they sell, like, all these chilies and stuff. And then, like, all the garlics like this. Like, man, I wish, like, our grocery store sold things like this. Like, in packages, like, well, I guess the packages aren't very sustainable, but...
So, yeah, these are Thai bird's eye chilies, and we love these. We love these very much. They got a nice, sharp little heat to them, and they can be quite spicy. Love the green ones, and we also love the red ones, the ripe ones. And they're the same thing, you know. If it's the same chili. It just goes from green to red, depending on how ripe it is. So we're gonna just give those a little choppy chop, because I think we need some. Not only do we get mustard heat in our barbecue sauce, I think barbecue sauce should be spicy.
I did add some of the chili paste to it already.
Yeah, you did. But, you know, like, I mean, spicy, though.
I'm adding some water just to thin it out. Ah, this will make an amazing sauce. So far, it's like, it is very thin right now, but this is running fairly hot. And so it's thickening up quick. But I want it to cook a while. yeah. So
I don't know if that was from that, but these are good. These are good ones. I can smell them already.
I didn't even try those.
I can feel it in my eyeballs. In my eyeballs. Yeah,
I can really tell they're hot. Oh, but that adds such a beautiful. Yeah. I got to bring this up.
A little fleck to it. A little fleck and a little bit of that mustard gave it a little bit more.
Look at that beautiful
caramel
colored sauce has now with those chilies. Like what that did, because it was kind of like a weird like brown sauce. You know, prior to that, but now it looks like a Chinese barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
It really does.
That looks like Chinese barbecue sauce to me.
Do we have to keep this close, or can we show them one more time before we sign off?
We can probably show. Let's go ahead and show them.
So, y'all, we are
actually... I might have to make a little bit of adjustment. We've only climbed up to 184 here.
We're going to come back here just so we give our pork a bit more time, so that way y'all can see the finished product. So we're going to take a little break in our live and come back with the fennel salad, come back with the stir fry veg. And so... to recap what we did today, we just made this Chinese barbecue sauce with hoisin and soy and
I think it's
chili paste, Chinese.
Should I go ahead and
Japanese hot mustard?
Turn off the temp.
Lower it so that way it simmers a little bit, because it is. I did add water to thin it. Yeah.
Trying to lower
and water to thin it out.
It go out.
We have the pork belly, and we made the 5 spice from scratch.
I'm just gonna,
5 spice.
Sorry, I'm just going to turn it off and let the residual heat cook it. Cool. That way, I don't want to burn this, because this is beautiful.
Cool. So we have those, and so let's check up on the pork butt before we go. Anything you want to say before we sign off? Because I feel like we should sign off with the butt.
I want to say belly.
Or belly. Yep. Belly, not butt.
Belly.
Anything you'd like to say before we come back?
No, just let's look at it. Let's have a gander.
No breaks for you. So the it's karashi. The mustard is called karashi, and that is the Japanese translation for it. So it's S&B is the type that I get at the international market. And so, yep, we did those with that Chinese hot mustard. Coleman's is also, it's Japanese mustard, but the style is Chinese hot mustard. So that's why I keep calling it that. The style is that, but that's karashi. And so let's sign off with the pork belly, and then we will come back. It is 5:08 now, so 6 p.m.
Man, hey,
sounds like a good time. Are y'all okay with that?
I think we had a good hour here.
Yeah, so we'll come back at 6 p.m. So let's see this belly and sign off with that. And I will make sure I finish up saying goodbye in the comments before we sign off. So I'm going to flip this camera. Flip camera. Okay.
Flipadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, there's our belly.
Way more crowded than what we would prefer.
Yeah, it's a little bit crowded.
But, you know, we had 2 pork bellies.
You know, it's just getting started. So, like, it's,
no pork belly left behind.
It's just getting started, but it's in there. Look at it.
No breaks for you. No soups for you.
There it is, folks. And so, yeah, we're going to let that smoke for a little while.
Yeah, so we're going to come back here.
Nice and smoky. And I'm going to work on getting the temperature all adjusted up on it.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. We will be back at 6 p.m. Central. Brian, wave goodbye. We'll be back at 6 p.m. Central. Thanks for joining us on Food Talk TV.
Bye. See you soon.